everybody. It is August 9th, 2024. 10 a.m. in the morning on Friday.
Yay, Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Especially for you.
Yeah. And the Friday podcasts, I think, are doing a little bit better right now. Okay, so what were we going to talk about? Oh, yeah, first off, we're going to talk about, let's do numbers first. Oh, I heard Borderlands is got like a 2 or 3% score on Rotten Tomatoes right now. Like they don't think the movie's going to do any good. Domestically, $431,015,851. Internationally, $472,300,000 for a worldwide total of $903,315,851. And I'm talking about Deadpool and Wolverine, starting its yeah,
Third week.
yeah, starting its third week.
It's almost hit a bill.
Oh, it's going to hit a bill. You know it is. I
All the naysayers out there. Nah, 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 nah.
It hit over 400 million the first weekend. I mean, it already made the amount they said for it to be able to break even. The first weekend. I mean, that tells me Ryan Reynolds and his team know what they're doing. They know what the fans want.
Hey, it's about making movies, making money.
Uh-huh. And, like
Entertainment.
even Hugh Jackman sat there and said, when he walked on set, wearing the yellow and blue outfit, with him and Wade, him and Ryan, in his Deadpool outfit, he said you could hear a pin drop. Like he didn't like he was afraid of how it was. I understand he was a little afraid when he said yes how it was going to look, and I think he's now like,
Yeah, he was afraid like, oh man, I messed up.
yeah, but now especially. And everyone, we will have a full dive after, but I'm gonna wait to do like a full review on this one. We still got to get to our Batman review, which I got to get back on that. Uh, uh, but yeah. Speaking of which, I heard through the grapevine a little bit more this time that there will be a Deadpool and Wolverine extended cut, not being released in theaters, but going to be released in on Blu-ray DVD. Oh yeah, I'm.
So all that stuff that landed on the floor is going to wind up back in the movie.
4 minutes was cut from it though. Ryan Reynolds had it scrapped, and that was something dealing with She-Hulk and Captain Marvel, basically calling Ryan Reynolds a toxic man and everything. For his like F word, I think it was like 127 or something. Like he said that the F word got dropped, but I think he had it removed because of test audiences and everything. So pretty much destroyed like their cameos in the film, which that's fine by me because I don't think that was the only thing I got tired of She-Hulk was the talk said, oh man, man bad, women good, uh what?
Oh, that's just wrong the way you presented that.
Then and then so Brie Larson and whoever the lady is who's doing She-Hulk, they're trying to sue to get themselves back in the film. I'm like,
No, you were paid to act. They didn't say that you're going to be
and
shown. They just, you acted.
so that kind of makes me also wonder how much of the film, like fight scenes and everything, are going to be extended and everything on it.
You might have to have another buttered popcorn and 2 more drinks to go through it.
Uh-huh. Oh, I already kind of figured when we do that movie night, it's going to be after we're going to fix some popcorn and we're going to watch the movie.
And each one of us have a 3 liter
Now, but that that also shows how much the community is enjoying the film. Like,
Well, you got to keep it within a time frame if you want to keep people in their seats in the movie house.
well,
But when you put it on Blu-ray, I mean, they're at the house, they're home, so they can break whenever they want to.
I mean, that was something that I was kind of thought. It's like, okay, oh, a 3 hour movie. Yeah, I mean, there's some movies that they deserve to be longer. Like, I'm sorry, Endgame needed to be that long. It really did. Okay,
Yeah,
because for even Marvel is kind of like, we don't know if we're going to be able to continue after this film. Like, really continue. Like, they knew Spider Man, but I cannot understand. They said that it was also kind of hinted in game like this might be the
it might literally be the end game in
right,
more than one
right.
direction.
So I understand.
Usually with a 3 hour movie, I remember growing up, an hour and a half, they give you like a 10 or 15 minute break. You go to the bathroom, get popcorn, blah, 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 blah. Then you come back, take your seat, and you're off to the races again.
That was the only movie you did not use the bathroom on. Did you know this? Notice that? Even though we had the popcorn and drinks.
I squeezed it.
Well, I remember like right before when the previews were coming in, you went and used the restroom. You came back and you held it through the whole.
I wasn't the only one. Because when it was over with, whew, man, it was knee deep to the bathroom. I mean, the line going to the bathroom was worse than trying to get to the box office. You had to take a ticket.
Yeah. No. Let's see. No, I like the idea of them. They kept it under like around 2 hours. I think a little over 2 hours. I remember on the film. Uh, and everyone, the film was good. Okay, I will say that over and over again. I mean, it was very well done.
It was wide open most of the time.
Yeah, but that's kind of a little extra treat. It's like even if you'd had films that are kind of it's like, hey, if you buy this edition, like you can get the original movie, but it's like, okay, if you spend like $10, $15 more, you're going to get 20 minutes of extra stuff,
Content.
content you've never seen before.
Yeah.
Now, you got to think, everybody, sometimes it's not like in one section. Sometimes it's just like extended scenes here and then. It's 20 minutes throughout the entire movie. But
A
sometimes,
minute here, a minute there.
right, but that adds up after a while,
Oh, yeah.
it makes it more enjoyable. Now, if you're talking about adding almost an hour, I mean, if they start doing stuff like that, hey, we're gonna start. We got to edit it down here, but we can put this extra 40, 50 minutes
Back in.
back in for the extended cut,
Yeah.
and that would make the fans be like, oh, what better way also to drive sales up too? That's
Yeah.
that's good marketing.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, oh yeah, we'll definitely get that.
And
Oh,
have to watch it, then do a dive on it.
yeah. Huh? Oh yeah. No. Let's see what else is going on. I know that was like definitely the big thing that I know. I know strikes are going on with AI right now because of the
The
whole
voice actors
the voice actors
dealing with the games
gaming. Yeah,
to start with, and it's
bleeding over into other things like
speaking of AI. I don't blame them.
well, I mean AI can be good for some things, especially
Yeah, but don't rip off the people doing it.
yeah. I mean like if you had a character, and I'm going to use this name for example. Okay, if you had like John Wayne, okay,
Mm-hmm.
a character who's supposed to be, or it's like, let's say you had an anime.
Everybody knows who he is.
Yeah, everyone knows who the Duke is. Let's say you had like an anime or a video game, or or we'll just say an anime, okay, and literally the guy wrote John Wayne in it. Because this little story arc, because the guy was a fan of John Wayne. Okay,
Yeah.
well you can't get John Wayne because he passed a long time ago. If
He might could get bits and pieces of his voice out of umpteen dozen movies
Right,
and
splice
umpteen
it, but
dozen.
it still wouldn't be if you got like the family's permission
Yeah,
and everything. Hey, I want to use an AI generator. I'm gonna let you hear it. You tell me it sounds like John Wayne's voice.
yeah, if it sounds like your dad.
We're gonna use it in here and everything. You guys are gonna get he's gonna get credit for it.
Yeah, then
We,
you'll get the residuals.
and y'all are gonna get the residuals because when so and so wrote this, he wrote this little episode to have John Wayne in it, and like a murder mystery or something. So John Wayne knew, this guy just wants to put John Wayne in it. Yeah, I'm just giving an example, everybody. Okay, then that I wouldn't have an issue with. But it's the whole thing of also going through the proper channels too, because many people would use it to be like, oh no, I don't care.
I'm just gonna rip it off.
Now, like I said, we've talked about this before. If there's an AI program where it generates a cartoon or anime the way we want it, okay,
Lay a storyboard it the way we want it.
right, and it does it the exact way we want it, and with the voices, then yeah, I would want that program, but that would be for our own personal use.
Yeah.
Like I ain't gonna lie, I got a couple ideas for a Naruto film. Uh, Literally. Same thing with Dragon Ball Z. I got a couple with Dragon Ball Z. What? I got, and of course, Inuyasha. What? What? Why are you shaking? What are you shaking your head?
I'm just thinking what else you could dive into. Well, you hit Dragon Ball Z. I don't know what's next after that.
Pokemon. You can do you can do Pokemon.
Yeah.
Ninja Turtles.
Ooh, you gotta be careful with that.
Well, if it was for our own personal
Oh, I know.
like watch, I mean, Dad, I can do the crossover everybody wanted. I can do Ghostbusters and Ninja Turtles together. Ooh, even better. We can do a crossover of all the '80s icons: Ninja Turtles, Transformers, Thundercats, GI Joe.
And it not even be a Rock'em Sock'em game.
Mm-mm. Actually, with an AI program, I could already think of one crossover, and I could write it down, and it would be good. I can think of two right now. All right, one, He-Man and She-Ra. I'm letting you yawn.
Okay, with what?
Brave Star. It was done by Filmation.
Hmm. That would be interesting.
It really would,
Mm-hmm.
because Brave Star and He-Man, they would get along,
Yeah.
and he would keep Adam's secret. Another one I would love to see: Thundercats and Silverhawks. What?
Mm, yeah, you had to figure out how to do that. And they'd go through a wormhole or something. It couldn't be in the same universe.
They are in the same universe.
Really, did not know that.
They were done by the same company.
Well, I understand done by the same company, but you know what I'm talking about.
It could be Monstar. How that mob boss wants to do this, and then all of a
Yeah,
sudden he pokes the hornet's nest, and Mum-Ra appears.
yeah.
I'm Monstar. You'll bow before me. Uh,
And then it would be on then.
yeah. Let's see. Of course, the GI Joe Transformers cartoon would also be nice. A proper one done right.
Yeah, actually, that would be a good one.
Uh,
That'd be easy to do. They could cross not necessarily the universe, but a parallel universe, and then they come into GI Joe universe.
Mm-hmm. Like I said,
Other ways
an
you can.
AI program like that would be nice.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
like just going through that stuff, and everyone, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like I would love that. Also, in the fact for GI Joe, the original GI Joe and Transformers, because me and Dad have talked about many times how we would extend the episodes. Like the original, if you guys don't know, the original GI Joe, like the first 5 episodes were a mini series. They did that 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you could easily, with the correct writing, you could extend that mini series to a full 21, 22 episodes.
Instead of an episodic movie.
Uh huh. I mean, right there, the first 15 episodes, let's say you bumped it up to 20.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's 60 episodes right there. Uh, then you had the rest of the series to go through. Yeah, yeah. Same thing with Transformers. I just had something else. I had something in my head and it just went poof.
You're too young for that.
I'm dealing with people at work, okay?
Okay. I'll let it slide this time, knowing what you have to work with. Enough said.
No, but getting back to the AI thing, I understand that because you have like a lot of voice actors, they put a lot of their stuff into what they do, and I've met a couple of voice actors actually. To Went to Michelle Ruff. If you guys don't know, she's very known for doing. She did Yoko Litton in Gurren Lagann. She is known as Rukia Kuchiki in Bleach, as well as Sinon in Sword Art Online.
She is super, super nice people.
Oh yeah, no, she's real nice. Both her and her husband are real nice, and
Yeah.
and they showed how the process is when they do, like, because they do a lot of the dubbing. We're not talking about like stuff that's made like here in America. They do like a lot of the dubbing from like Japanese games, with the English dub. And then she
Yeah.
said how they have to do it because they said they are such on a time constraint. You
Yeah.
know, they said you might have like 400 or 500 pages worth of dialogue you have to go through, and you only got to wait to get that dialogue out. You know,
They earn their pennies.
yeah.
Definitely.
So I can understand that aspect of them losing work there, and it's not right. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but that does not help with companies like Google and Meta, or aka Facebook. You know,
Well, Google's already been branded as a oh crap is it?
monopoly.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no, they
Officially.
yeah they got that did come on across my feed.
Yeah.
Search engine monopoly because they keep trying to destroy other search engines.
Yep.
I originally now yes I use Google a lot. And I remember when Google started, but at the same time, now it's getting to the point like, you know,
Well, we know what Google is and who owns it, so enough said.
uh, yeah. What else? What'd you do?
Oh, just moved his gun. Bebop's gun.
Oh, his little drill gun.
Mm-hmm.
What?
He didn't like it. He moved it back.
The figure really did move everybody. Like the arm just went down a little bit.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, it's just. I was trying to think what else I was going to talk about. I can't remember.
No, it's not right. Ripping off. I mean, there's always people trying to rip off back a dime on somebody else's back or whatever.
Oh yeah, no. There's many people in China that are known for that. They have some of the worst people trying to steal copyrighted material.
That's the reason why you don't work with them.
Well, also they've been trying to do it legally too. They for a while they were trying to steal some of the Kamen Rider stuff and Ultraman stuff from Japan, trying to say they had the legal rights to do it.
Well, if you do any work in there, all copyright stuff, everything, all turned over to them.
Oh, I know.
They
I mean,
kind of semi-blackmail you.
well, I mean, let's be honest though. There hasn't now everyone a little bit of history. There hasn't been really a lot of stuff filmed in China like there once was, and usually when we mean China, it originally was done in Hong Kong.
Yeah.
Hong Kong was a lot bigger. There's a lot of areas in Hong Kong that you would see filming.
Hong Kong is now. A lot of people don't realize that.
Yeah, but Dad, they would shoot at Hong Kong
Yeah.
and make it seem like mainland China.
Yeah.
And that's just still a pretty big island.
Oh well.
But ever since the treaty fell, and that's a whole discussion for a whole other day. Went through in the '90s.
Mm-hmm.
You can't nobody really films out there anymore. Really, the Hong Kong movie industry has gone down.
Yeah. Well, ever since '99, and it got turned back over to Red China.
I think one of the last films that was filmed over there was Rush Hour 2.
May have been. I have to check the date on it. Well, they still do stuff in Formosa, Taipei.
Mm-hmm. But I was trying to think what else is going on. I don't. That's really the only thing I have to talk about. What about you?
I don't know anything else. I hadn't heard anything.
I mean,
I'm trying to keep on it, but by being election season right now here in the U.S., that's all they concentrate on. You don't hardly hear about anything else going on in the world. And when you do, you better pay attention because it won't come back on the news feed again.
oh, I know. Uh, so, all right, everyone, that's it for us today. We'll see you next week. Remember, we like and subscribe. We also have a Facebook page. Oh no, I remember something now, real quick. There was a movie that was scrapped from Warner Brothers. Okay, and a couple things with Warner Brothers. One, they shut down the Boomerang streaming service. And they also shut down the Cartoon Network website. Yeah.
What's that about?
I have no idea. But there was a movie that was made and it was completed.
They put it in a can, put it on a shelf in the back of a closet.
Well, there's one or two like that right now. Some people.
To be seen again.
Well, see, there was one called Acme, and it's kind of a semi-live action cartoony one, doing like with Wile E. Coyote suing Acme, the corporation.
Yeah.
Which I mean, that was just kind of like a little cute movie in itself. I was like, oh well, but this one was a fully animated cartoon movie that was going to be released in theaters. Now, with the Looney Tunes characters, that's never been done before. There has not been a Looney Tunes cartoon movie in theaters ever.
You're right.
It's called The Day the Earth Blew Up, and it has Porky and Daffy in it. When I get more information on this, everybody, I'm gonna look through the article that one of my friends sent me, and I will post the link on the Facebook page. Well, once I get more information on it, we will talk about it, because, I mean, that's...
I know who might know about it if you get a hold of Brother John.
Maybe. So...
What about Stan?
I haven't talked to Stan in years.
Yeah.
So... Alright, everybody. that's it for today. Hope y'all have a wonderful rest of your work week. We're done. And we're done. We're out.